Here at Untitled Cycles, we want to show you our brand new Hollywood rack, which is specifically made to carry electric bikes. It can carry 2 electric bikes. Each bike can weigh up to 85 pounds each, with a total weight of 170 pounds. It's made of a very heavy-duty steel construction. We also have it connected to a 2-inch rear hitch. You want to make sure your hitch is at least a Class 3 hitch. You can lock down the wheels with these straps. They're Velcro to lock in each tire, so you don't have to worry about hitting a bump and having the wheel pop out. And it's very easy to take your bike on and off the rack. All you do is just simply squeeze these 2 levers together and lift the hook off, and your bike is off the rack. The rack actually does fold up, which makes it a lot more easier to use for space. You don't have to have this sticking out. The total length of the rack from the hitch is 29 inches when it's expanded, and when folded up, which we'll demonstrate in a minute, it's only 15 inches coming off the rear end. We actually have it on a Chevy Tracker here, and with that rear tailgate, we'll show you with the bikes off of the rack, you could still have the rack on the hitch and still open up your tailgate as well. Now that I have the bike off the rack, if I need to access the rear end of the Tracker, I would first just remove these by sliding these off. Next, I just come up and take the rear pin out, and I just fold the bar down. It gives me enough clearance now where I can just open up the rear door of the Tracker, and you can see it clears the rack very easily. Now if I need to fold the rack up when not in use, it's very simple. All I have to do is pull this clip off and pull this bar, and then just lift straight up onto it, and then basically replace the pin. Slide the pin back in, fasten it with clip on, and there you go. Now your rack is folded up and doesn't have to stick out. It locks on very well. Also, the rack does come with a locking pin to your hitch, so that's a nice little feature that the rack comes with. So there you go. If you need a electric bike rack, we highly suggest the Hollywood rack. Give us a call, Untitled Cycles. We can order one for you, and we ship worldwide. Thank you for watching. We want to show you how to lock your bikes to the Hollywood rack properly. A lot of people think that you would just wrap a lock or a chain down around this post here and back through, and you should be nice and secure. But unfortunately, that's not the case. You have to realize that the Hollywood rack needs to be assembled, and that means it's put together by the screws or bolts. And you can simply come around and take a look that if I wrapped a lock or chain around this post here, somebody can just unbolt this, slide the bolt out, and pull the pipe out, or unscrew just this little screw right here, and that would drop off, and then they could just slip the chain off the Hollywood rack and take the bike. Even the chain may be assembled to the bike, they would just take the chain with them. So you don't want to just lock or chain your bike right to the Hollywood rack itself. You're going to have to lock and chain it up directly to the car. So since you have a vehicle to carry chains, you can basically find some type of hook. The Tracker actually has this hooking mechanism, or you can use one of the locking joints out of your hitch. But you want to lock your bikes directly to the frame of the car, not to the rack. The rack can be disassembled. So here I kind of did a configuration and some of our heavy-duty locks. It doesn't have to be like this. I end up using 4 locks just to, lock the bikes down. But I just want to show you. I actually cable locked this here, 2 kryptonite locks. So, you'll have to cut twice here. I got the forget about it U-lock to be able to stretch out for a forget about it chain lock with a mini U-lock. It's locking right through the frame itself, so you can't lift the bike off. And then I want to also protect the hook. I don't want these levers being lifted and stolen. because if this is taken, then I really can't use the rack, can't lock the bike down. So I end up using one of these master hand clef locks, and I locked this straight down to the frame itself. So in combination with this chain lock, if you tried to lift this up, you have to lift the bike, but you can't lift the bike because you got this locked directly to the frame. If someone started disassembling the rack, trying to, you know, use a wrench or a crescent wrench or something to get these bolts and pull these pins out, you may get part of the rack disassembled, but the bikes are going to stay right here. So one big rule: do not use cable locks. They are extremely convenient to run cables right through, but they are the easiest to cut, and you would believe that your bikes, you know, you can have a, you know, 3, 4, 5, even up to a $10,000 electric bike or more, and if you got 2 of them here, you can spend $10,000 to $20,000 in electric bikes. So if you're going to have some investment in your bikes, you got to invest in your locks. Spend the money on the high-end locks, and especially now for this locking application, you can carry chains or forget about it locks like this in your car, and you can be able to lock these guys up. So you want to put the best out there, and it has to be a direct attack. And bolt cutters, even your 48-inch professional heavy grade bolt cutters, will not go through these. You can see other videos online. You cannot cut these. The only thing you have to take it is a angle grinder with the right blade, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to cut through that, especially if it's loose. And remember, there's another bike here as well, so it's not going to be that easily accessible. So this is how you lock your bike up. Top of the line high-end locks, lock it directly to the frame of or connecting directly to the car, not to the rack. And then on extra, I like to lock down this the hook, topping hooking mechanism, so that I'm not going to lose that either. So this bike is now locked on. There's no way it's going anywhere. So there you go. Have any questions, give us a call, High Trick Cycles. We look forward to helping. Thank you for watching. Just a quick side note, you notice we used 2 chains, one forget about it lock, and then the chain lock. You know, we also have the Tiger long lock. This lock would be perfect to go right around here, and it would bypass the 2 chains and the mini lock and just lock straight up to the heavy-duty chain lock. So that's another option, or we can take the A-Bus 6500 Granite and we can run that as well. So, you know, there are a couple of different combinations that you can use for locking, kind of like this idea as well. Just want to give you that quick extra tip. Thanks.